Welcome, comrades, to what is the very first video and the first installment of my series on this channel titled Minecraft Survival. My name is Sam. I go by Cobblestone on the channel, and I'm going to be taking you all through, viewer, the beginning to the end of this quite fascinating and incredible game that we like to play, Minecraft. Without any further ado, I think it is time to begin with this survival let's play series. It's going to proceed in a live commentary atmosphere with me, your very joyous and humble host, attempting to make fun and joy and light out of this game, and hopefully you will join me along the way. I'm playing just moments following the release of the newest version of the game, 1.21.5, and all the many incredible features that it's brought. I've loaded up this survival world. I didn't even pick the seed, I just let the whims of Minecraft, its fate and its god, decide as to what seed I would be playing on, and it seems I've landed quite fortuitously in this biome here, with this incredible greenery that surrounds me, including the leaves that are falling for the trees and what appears to be leaf litter. Yes, really this seems to be quite an aesthetically pleasing update. The developers have done well. You might be wondering, what am I doing playing Minecraft, and most of all a survival let's play series? Perhaps is there nothing more unoriginal and not necessary in the YouTube kind of landscape, another Minecraft let's play on survival? But I saw this more so as an opportunity to breathe life into a game that has been around for a long time, particularly one that is very close to my heart, and we have a tree that has fallen into the water and a mushroom has grown on top of it. Isn't that funny? That I suppose would be as part of the newest update. I haven't really gone through all of the release notes, but I haven't seen that before. Back to my point. This is a game I've been playing for a long time. I first started playing Minecraft when I was quite young, in 2011. In fact, it was before the official release of Minecraft that I first obtained a copy, and ever since then, it's not to say that I've been entirely enamored by it every moment of my life up until this point now in 2025, but in some capacity it's always played some role in one way or another, and it's had some sort of effect on me, and because of that I've always had a sort of interest that has lingered and has never truly dissipated, to, I suppose, venture out and do my own YouTube videos on the game on the internet. Whether or not I am able to cultivate a following or not is besides the point. It is irrespective of the interest and the passion that I feel for this game. So I decided that why not throw my hat into the ring and do what is quite it's popular in the sense that there are a lot of creators who have tried this before and the market is saturated. Unpopular in the sense that perhaps people aren't looking to watch another Minecraft let's play, but that's not here, that's not there. What I'm simply committing myself to is to play something that I am passionate about, and in a kind of style and taste that seeks to slow things down. Minecraft, after all, is a game that has captured such interest among so many people because it taps into an aspect of us that we often don't experience in the modern world, and particularly in the gaming community. Minecraft is more of a slow-paced game. Of course, you can find ways to increase its pace and its cadence, and you can do that through multiplayer games and servers and all sorts of means, but survival, the core experience of the game, is one that requires a lot of reflection it requires you to take certain strides and deliberate measures in enjoying it and appreciating it. And I think, as a Minecraft purist and someone who's quite traditional with how they like to play Minecraft, I'm often thinking of ways that I can really get back to that core experience of just enjoying the game the way I think that the founders and the creators originally had intended it to be played. As we can see, I've already got quite a nice start. I'm really, more than anything, kind of enjoying just exploring this wonderful forest along this river that's kind of stretching through the terrain. And of course, there's a ravine down there. While I appreciate the earliest versions of Minecraft, and they will forever hold a very special and cherished place in my heart, I do think that more recently we've had some fantastic updates to the game that have, without kind of using the consultancy techno lingo and speak, I think it's enhanced the experience, and it's provided some new additions that are well received and are improvements, I think, but without losing touch of what really makes this game special. And I'm not going to say that every single update I've enjoyed it and has been positive. I think a lot of things that they've done have kind of made it less enjoyable. It's not a case that I'm blindly going to follow Minecraft to the ends of the earth and hold the developers to the highest standard, but I think they've been able to do a good job in keeping the game going. Really, that's what the players want. They want new experiences, but at the same time, you don't want something to feel so different that it loses its original vision. Yeah, I've been able to kind of get a bit of food. I think when you're in the early days of the game, what you really need is enough food, coal, and iron to keep yourself going. I believe I'm playing on normal mode, but I might increase the difficulty to hard should it be necessary. After all, I've been playing this game for quite a long time, so I shouldn't find it so difficult. Having said that, it's been a few years, I might say, from when I last seriously played the game. There's playing the game, which is logging in fairly frequently on a weekly basis, and then there's not so much playing the game, which is not logging in for years at a time, and that's what has happened more recently as life has taken over. But it's not to say that I've ever forgotten this game, not mean to do that. I wanted to go slay those piggies up top. I'm not one to condone animal violence, but it is necessary in the context of keeping myself alive. What was the point I was trying to make before is, I have always kept in touch, I suppose, with Minecraft, but more recently I've found it difficult to play it consistently. This series, I imagine, should change that, as once you become sort of not to say that I would classify myself as a creator immediately, but I'm involved in production to one extent or the other, and as part of that, I'm having to play the game on a more frequent basis. Okay, I think I have enough food now. 8 pork chops, 3 pieces of raw chicken, and 5 mutton. That should sustain me. Should I go on a little mining trip? Okay, there's a village here, actually. Oh, this is a really nice seed. I think I'm going to head back in the other direction when I want to build my house and set up my little base. I should think that would be an adequate and rather suitable area to set up. But for now, at least, this should provide some temporary shelter to save me from the dangers and the terrible creatures that might come out at night. I don't see an iron golem. Oh, actually, speak the devil, right down there's an iron golem. So yes, this place should be patrolled to some extent. Not that I necessarily require it. Okay, this is cool. Okay, yeah, alright, I get that. Just gonna put a bunch of things in there. And then I assume that I can then How does... Sure, okay, that's how you do it. Alright, I understand. I've never used many of the newer features just because I haven't been playing the game so recently. But I think I'm going to take this opportunity to wrap my head around some of the new stuff. And it's not like the kind of Minecraft proposition has changed so dramatically that a person who's been playing it for 15 years wouldn't be able to pick up on some of the newer features and nuances that have arrived with the game. Right now I'm kind of on a looting mission trying to find what I can in this village, and that is going to prove very useful there down the track, utilizing those books. Horses, seems like we have enough crops as well. I would say that this is a rather good start. This is seriously one of the better starts that one could have, is finding a village so early on. There aren't many chests, which are slightly less than ideal, but not so beyond the pale that I can't make do. And this is all useful stuff. I don't know if I necessarily need those saplings. Actually, I might put them outside just because, as a green thumb sort of ecologist sort of person myself in some ways or another, conservationist maybe, yes, we like to plant trees. We like to keep the propagation of our ecology up to scratch. And I should think that this is a rather good start. And I'm really enjoying using these bundles because it's given me the opportunity to save on some inventory room. I'm not even sure whether that's something that you can craft or what the recipe for that would be. But I have 2 of them now, so I suppose it's not like something I desperately have to craft. I want to make the point now that I have played Minecraft for a long time, and throughout that time I've kind of explored many dimensions of the game, including building. Oh boy, that's what a poor sight. We lost one of them. I do wonder whether it was I'm gonna get out of your way because you are not a friendly person anymore. And my point was that I played Minecraft in a number of different areas, and one of them time to time that I come back to is building. I really enjoy the building side of stuff. I'm just going to get this person out of their misery and collect my first kill of a monster. Enderman over there, keep my head down, avert my gaze. Yeah, so because I have played for a long time and I've been able to enjoy like the many facets that it has to offer, as part of that, I've done a lot of time building, and I actually realise now that I don't have enough cobblestone to make a furnace, so I shall dig into the floor here. A small little excavation area. I shouldn't hope that the residents of this village would mind, but if they do, then they can go appeal to their local councillor, and hopefully they'll be able to sort something out. And they'll be able to patch up this great big crevice that I've made in this house. If anything, it's a kind of renovation. It's an improvement on what was there before. Okay, that's enough. So I think it's also quite dark down there. For you, viewer, unfortunately, your eyes, you might be able to see what's happening. It's not very exciting. I'm just collecting stone. You want to try and arm yourself as soon as possible, which does involve iron. And boy, I feel bad, like, to this great extent, to deface and vandalize the village to such an extraordinary length. It's necessary that I should collect these resources where I can before things get too out of hand and hectic for me, and I'm spending time trying to find all these little items and areas of the game that aren't too difficult to locate, such as sugarcane and leather. Leather's quite easy. I don't have a sugarcane farm just yet, and it requires a lot of paper to get to a level 30 enchant apparatus, if you will. Wow, this is a really nice spawn. I'm really happy with how this has panned out. I just want a bit more food, so as I get down into a cave, I'll be able to withstand a few attacks without having to starve down there, which wouldn't be much fun. And I also have the forms here. how do I extract that? Okay. Wrapping my head around how we use these bundles. It's also very cute how it kind of appears there in the hotbar, just like poking out the top, making itself known, asserting itself in some small way. Leaflet, I actually don't think that is so important. I must deposit you down there. And that is all she wrote. I think I was rather making a point before that I've kind of skipped over altogether. But I like to build, so I do hope that I should put enough effort and ambition into the builds that I'll be creating in this world. I'm not the type of survival player who simply likes to play it for the sake of kind of finishing the game and using it as like a utilitarian endeavor where you're just trying to extract like the baseline sort of experience from the game. I like to take my time with things and, if you will, stop and smell the roses and appreciate all the little nuances that were built into this game and I think were intended to be experienced. Trying to fight monsters while at the same time manage myself. And we are done. I do think it's a lot, you gotta knock your own with the combat. You can't hide from them altogether. Is this a viable cave? It does seem to be. And as part of trying to commentate, I actually think I'm going to turn my music down a bit more, just so it's a bit more of a manageable level. I'm not having to shout over the music that's playing. And dear viewer, I shouldn't think that it's the best experience for you to listen to a guy trying to compete with music and my voice is getting drowned out. Now, there is iron here, there is copper, which has kind of become the new most pointless and useless resource. There's a light at the bottom of the cave. Okay, it's just that. And there's coal. That's kind of what I was looking for. Try to find some coal. I should think once I have coal that I will be doing a lot better. I don't even have any coal. I mean, it's becoming sort of a scarce resource. No, it's not quite. And just this day and age of this game, you find a lot of copper, and I'm not going to complain about it. It's not the worst thing. It kind of is like a substitute for stone, if you will. It's not like we find less of the other resources because there's an over-representation of copper, but it is, when you're looking for some sort of ores that will render some sort of utility to the game, you're not expecting to see that in copper. I keep saying the wrong ore. There we go. Alright, we've collected a bit of cobble. Is the namesake of my channel. We have got some coal now. I'm going to make my way down here. And hopefully I'll be able to collect enough iron ore for now. It will see me gather a few iron pieces, including a shield and an appropriate pickaxe. And then I should feel that I am more set up and established to fight off the dangers and the terrors that this game provides. Now, if I have to prescribe a sort of Minecraft philosophy that I follow and live by, there are a few things that come to mind. I might have mentioned it, or at least touched on it, alluded to the fact that I'm a bit of a purist. I'm a traditionalist when it comes to the game. I want it to be played and experienced with the core elements of the game in mind. As part of that, I'm not a big believer in using beds, because I think you lose out on what was much of the game's intentions, especially in its early stages, which was to provide users with a sort of difficult experience when they're first starting out. And that is having to fight off monsters. and you skip the entire night time. You teleport to the morning simply with the click of a button, and by all you need is like 3 pieces of wool and a couple pieces of wood. It's very easy to get. In fact, I think I already have it. I just have multiple forms of wool, which is interesting. But with that, I'm going to do my best to avoid wool. I'm also not going to get into the sort of XP farming or the like over industrialization and automation of certain elements of the game that might be a bit more tedious and take you extra time to do, like accrue experience levels. But again, I think it's important that you find levels through the way that any other player would, and without resorting to automation, which affects the core user experience. To be sure. Okay, I have enough coal now. There's almost a stack. I should think that my new priority is iron, and I'm getting kind of deeper and deeper down into this cave, and I should hope that I'll also find other ores down here. Now that I have iron, I can smell myself a lovely little iron pickaxe, and I'll be able to obtain gold and diamond if it comes to that point. Alright, I think I'm going to smelt this right here. And yeah, I should probably make a blast furnace. But again, it's kind of, I think the new furnaces that they've provided into the game, this kind of makes me sound like an old man who's beating on about stuff that's no longer relevant. But I think the old furnaces the game had, they're probably better than this newer stuff where you like have all these like particular furnaces that you can use to make things go faster and improve the efficiency of things. But efficiency, as you shall come to learn through me, dear viewer, is not the summum bonum. It's not the greatest good, the ultimate thing of our desire. It should be other like elements of the game that we enjoy, and we take our time with things, and we appreciate it. I can't make a shield because I actually didn't bring enough wood down here, which is an issue, especially since I have an axe, and I could have easily grabbed some wood, but if there's just enough iron, then I think I'm going to go up anyway, and then I'm going to end the first episode of this video. So we are approaching the 30-minute mark, which is the equivalent of a day and a half in the game, if you can believe it. Kind of like one sun cycle is 20 minutes, 10 minutes of day, 10 minutes of night, and then another 10 minutes on top of that, of course, is just another sun cycle. So, or like half a sun cycle, which involves the sun coming up. And there's a skeleton over there who just took a whole heap of fall damage. Avoid his arrows like a boss, and him killed, never in doubt. Okay, so I've smelted that iron to an appropriate standard. I have a bit more raw iron, which I should think I can do on the surface quite easily. I've got a bit of gold. Certainly not to say that this is any exhaustive mining trip, but I've been able to find enough resources and a valuable commodity to go and sell to China. No, I'm only kidding. To go and I suppose have a like baseline experience in this village. And yuck, I now have copper in my inventory. What the hell? I'm not interested in collecting too much of this because it is a disease of a resource. Again, hyperbolic. Yeah, exaggerating. Probably to a degree that is unnecessary and entirely out of proportion to what circumstances deserve. But that is a tangent. This is a rather lovely area. God, this game never ceases its beauty to amaze me and give me this great vista of which I can gaze upon this water. And there's something over there that's a sheep. It kind of looks like a polar bear from this angle. I don't have Optifine installed to be able to zoom in and get a better look. It's just a sheep. This is where I shall bid you adieu. Thank you very much for watching this first video, if you've stayed this long. I will be back with more videos if you're interested. This is Cobblestone or Sam signing out. Thank you and goodbye.